I'm out on my travels again, and I've come to the Shand, the pub named after Scottish country music staple Sir Jimmy Shand. I'm not sure whether he had anything actually to do with this at all, ownership, well, I don't think he did. But this is the bar that his pub is going to get knocked down shortly and transformed into a couple of apartments and houses. It's actually quite graffitied, as you can see. If I come back you can see what I mean. Sorry about the traffic, but as soon as I start recording it keeps heavy traffic. You can see it's a, I believe perhaps the lounge up there. Let's see. You can also see it's in pretty bad state. There's a television there, and there's a lot of rubbish behind those corners. You see that's the entrance to the function suite. But as you can see, it is pretty graffitied. It's gotten a lot of graffiti. It's been abandoned since 2011. I believe there's something in the newspaper about it only being vacated a short while after, but it's been certainly closed as a pub since 2011. It's been the target of many vandals and many break-ins as well. You can certainly see that the place is sitting pretty much unloved as I go around the back, and you can see there's tons of rubbish lying about. I'll try and maybe go. It's quite uneven ground, which is shaking my camera slightly as well. But you can see it's in a pretty dire state. You see it's all boarded up with metal grills because there's been quite a few incidents of people breaking in. I see there's tyres and there's just all sorts of rubbish around here. Even a few seats, actually a few chairs have been placed there. I don't know whether it's through people maybe using this a little bit as a shelter, maybe some homeless people, but you can see it is really bad. It is actually fairly bad. Permission, I don't think it's been quite granted yet, but they're wanting to do several apartments and houses, and I'm hoping that will go through. It's up actually near the Balgie Cemetery. This is DICKSON Avenue. You see that there's even seats, and I'm not even going to go near them, and tons of, like somebody's had to clear out and fly tipped it all over. It's disgusting. It's a bit of a damp day, though for 2/3 of the way through December it's not actually too bad. It's fairly decently warm. If it was this on a day during the summer, it wouldn't actually be too bad a temperature. But you can see all the rubbish, just a ridiculous amount. Obviously there's some people that have broken into it. I'm not one of those, even with the urban explorers or anything, that I'm not even going to try, because I think that building is probably quite unsafe, and we're on the main road anyway. I wouldn't even, to be honest, I wouldn't even try it, because I know I would either get in trouble or hurt myself, and it's legal of course as well. So, but you can see it is in some state. It really is outside. I'm no building expert, it seems stable enough. I can't see big cracks on the walls. I can't see things looking like they're going to fall down. As I said, it's been empty since 2011, and I went around the building taking a few photos beforehand, and I was a bit nervous whether anybody would be hanging around here, but for now it seems to be empty. I can go back a little bit. It's a bit difficult to put my footings because there's a lot of rubbish underneath my feet as well. As I said, it was at least named after Sir Jimmy Shand, who, interestingly enough, I'm not sure whether he had actually anything to do with the pub at all. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier about owning it or anything, but he was born in Auchtermuchty, lived for at least a few years in Dundee, and the interesting thing about him is that even if he was touring right across the UK, and I'm even talking the likes of London, that's about 472 miles from Dundee to London. Look it up, I'm sure I googled it earlier, it's around about that. At least he would insist on coming back after the gig, driving back in his van or car, whatever it was he had. He would insist on driving back immediately to Dundee, regardless of where he was, even London gigs. Quite a few times he would. So, but you can see, isn't it? It is looking quite a state. And this, it doesn't look like there's a lot of. There's some, looks like CCTV cameras, but I doubt they work. Aerials, it looks. The place is just a horrible tip. It really is. It's just a horrible. I've actually applied for, apparently whoever owns it, I think maybe a couple of people have owned it since it closed. There's been several plans put into Dundee City Council to either change the use of it, to renovate it, to open it up back once again, I think, as a bar or a pub at one stage. I saw that report online when I was looking up some information on it, trying to. But they've all been denied for various reasons. Look, you hear me, it's standing on this. I thought I'd give you a good few minutes to look at this place. That's even not even zoomed out. So. We'll wander back around the front side. See a lot of graffiti, a lot of just absolute tip. That's going to be a heck of a job, even just getting rid of all this rubbish. If it's just start getting developed, it's going to need all this cleared. Yeah, it's going to need all that cleared. It's going to need any electrics made safe. So there we go, so there you go, that's a look at it. It's going to get knocked down, hopefully. I don't think permission has been completely granted, like I said, but hopefully something needs to be done with this building. Some people will be sad to see it go, but with nobody interested and for whatever reason the applications keep getting denied, I think it'll need to come down.